help you out with how this will work. Oh, by the way, those who don't know me, I'm Annesha Dutta, and this is my first live stream. We are beta testing LinkedIn Live in India, and let's see how it goes. I'm very, very excited. So, I am going to be doing two things. One, I will have to check your feed and your live questions on my phone right here, and I will then be answering them, right? So this is an Ask Me Anything session, and I am here for whatever questions you may be having on communication, public speaking, any situations in office regarding communication. So let's get started. All right, I'm just going to try and see if I can record so that that's better. All right, no, so that is set. Give me 1 minute, please. I'm just sensing something echoing here. Hello? Hello? Hi, just hang on there. Give me 2 more minutes to get this sorted. Hi guys, I'm back. Can you hear me clearly? 1 sec, please. Yeah, all right. Okay, so once again, welcome everyone. Good morning. Sorry for that technical glitch. It's the first time, and I'm handling 2 devices simultaneously. So it's becoming a little bit of a problem. But yeah, all's good now. So I have don't worry this. I have a bunch of questions right here. And I'm going to start by answering. First and foremost, what topics are we discussing here? Anand Prasad is asking that. Well, I'm discussing about public speaking, business communication, videos, LinkedIn, how to use LinkedIn better for personal branding, presentation skills, any interview questions that you may be having, and other than that, other questions on books. What kind of books? As you can see, I love books, and that's not just half of my library. So anything around that, you can ask me. I am doing a daily video series on LinkedIn, which is called Anyway. It's daily 1 to 2 minute videos that I'm making, and it's on my YouTube channel, Ask Annie. That's AskANNie. So I'm doing daily videos to help students and professionals become communication rock stars, right? So I hope this is something that we can get ahead with. So let's get started. Kenneth Pinto, hi, good morning. You are asking, are PPTs necessary? So are PowerPoint presentations necessary? Yes, they are. They are necessary because sometimes they act as a very good tool to start off with and to get attention. Of course, it depends on the storytelling. What are you doing with it, right? So, PPTs will be necessary as a starting point, or when you have it as something that forms the base of what you're speaking, just like a visual aid. So treat it like a visual aid and not your entire presentation. Okay, that's why I think it is necessary, but you should not have your entire speech, talk, training on the PPT. That never works. You have to speak. That can be used just like you use a whiteboard, a blackboard, a stand where you have flip charts. All of these are visual aids. Even if you show a picture to your audience, a PPT is just a more flexible, animated version of that. So it's your choice if you want to use that as a visual aid or not, right? Okay, next is Polomi Chakrabarti saying, hi, ma'am. Hi, don't call me ma'am. And Annie is good. I think I'm known as Annie on LinkedIn, right? Sesha, I think you haven't mentioned what's the question right now. Okay. And Anand Prasad, I told you what topics we are discussing here. Nalin Solanki, hi. Celebrating Mother's Day. Yes, of course. My mother, she's an amazing woman. She doesn't really believe in Mother's Day. She's a very strong woman, and I think all her life, her name is Deepa Dutta, and all her life she has brought me, my brother, up to be very independent, self-reliant, and she's been a single parent since the age of when I was 10 and my brother was 5. My father passed away, and she has held us really strong throughout, taken care of us, given prime importance to education. And today I dedicate everything I am to her and her efforts. She has been through a very difficult terminal disease, and yet today she runs her own jewelry business. So yes, I'm very proud of her. She knows that, and I'll probably be cooking something for her for Mother's Day. How are you celebrating Mother's Day? To all the mothers there, happy Mother's Day. All right, next question. Esha Marathe, how to handle precious situations in corporates, especially when they are abusing you mentally. All right, so how do you handle corporate pressure and toxic environments, Esha? I think that's more of your question. So I would say, first, detach yourself emotionally from what is happening. Maybe many times you are surrounded by people who constantly tell you something is toxic. They are telling you that your manager is abusing you. They are telling you things which may not be true. They are biased and they are trying to get you biased. So first, be clear if that is the scenario. Second, go and really have a sit down with your manager and the person who's also maybe a level above. So 2 levels above, right? So if it's your team leader, have your team leader and the team leader's manager on your side. Sit down and openly have a discussion. Be calm and have the points written down. In my experience, we get emotional and we get very heated in discussion. And people who can negotiate and manipulate that, especially people who tend to be abusive managers, they will use it against you. And that's what you have to go against, right? So keep your calm. Go down with a few points on what you really want to talk about, what are the things you are facing, and definitely have the HR also in the room when this is happening for future purposes. See what happens. Give it 2 weeks. If you still feel that the person is being abusive and nothing is being done, I will suggest remove yourself from that toxic situation. Easier said than done, but what is worth more than your peace of mind, Annesha? I will ask you this. Is it really worth it to go back into that toxic work environment every single day where you know people are just being toxic to each other, not letting you work, being abusive, and where you can't be your best? So there's only so much that every human being can take, and I would say use that time for a better potential and move out of that toxic relationship and that toxic environment. Find a place that suits you, right? I hope that answers your question. If it does, give me a thumbs up in the comments. Thank you, Kamal Rathor, for telling me that my audio is still clear. Thank you so much. I'm just going to check. I am looking very funny because there's a little bit of a delay in the stream. So I'm just going like that. Okay. But it's so much fun. Right. Kushal Das, hi, good morning. Dr. Dinesh Chandrasekhar, what's your advice to young generation who is in the cusp of automation? Well, thank you so much, Dr. Dinesh. Amazing question. My advice to the youth of today is, yes, you're approaching a situation where AI and machine learning is going to take up a lot of the industry. The one thing, or rather the two things that they cannot take away yet is creativity and communication. So if you go through the LinkedIn top skills list of 2019, please do that. It's a must read. There's a lot of research that has gone behind it. So LinkedIn top skills 2019, go through that list, just type that, you'll get the list, a PDF. You'll see creativity tops the list of the skills that the industries of the future are looking at. You see, creativity, the ability to think out of the box, the ability to adapt and learn fast, the ability to understand what is happening and what can happen,